Anyways, without further ado, for our very first start to this long concert series, please welcome Mrs. Maricel Riley and the Los Gatos High School Chamber Orchestra.
Good evening, thank you for coming to our end of the year concert. We're going to start with the program with Playing Happy from Despicable Me 2. We have a guest drummer, Marin. Can you stand up, please, before I forget? Enjoy. Thank you. Before we continue, I would like to call on Barbara Lore to come over and speak about Music Booster. Thank you, Barb.
All right, good evening. Thank you everyone for coming. I know traffic was a challenge. I got here about a minute before we started. Really, I'm here tonight just to say thank you. And first and foremost, I want to thank Marcus Autry and the administration of Los Gatos Saratoga Union High School District for supporting music education, because we know how crucial that is in building lifelong skills. In particular, I want to thank Chris Mara, who I think everyone knows is leaving. We'll be recognizing Chris at the Symphonic Band and Wind Ensemble concert, but I just wanted to take a minute to really thank Chris for his commitment and energy to music at Los Gatos High School, and with his leadership, he's grown the program dramatically and really increased the size of all of our orchestras. I mean, look at this. This is amazing. Part of his commitment was actually to bring Maricel Riley on board, so I want to thank Chris for that too, and thank Maricel. I want to give a special thank you to the Music Booster leadership, where this is my last official duty as president and co-president. Bill, Debbie, Kathy, incoming co-president Eleanor, and also Chris's assistant, Ellen Sate, who's really been a tremendous help operationally behind the scenes. Together, you've all made the program great. You've taught me a lot. I've learned a lot about music and music programs where I really didn't know that much before, except as a worker bee. I want to thank KCAT, who's broadcasting tonight live all of our concerts, so we thank you for that. And with that, I will let the orchestra get back to their performance. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We also had a special guest on that piece as well. We had Paul Kwame on the drum set. Paul, can you come out and wave so we know who you are? All right, thank you. All right, so not your typical orchestra concert when you have Jimi Hendrix and Stravinsky on the same set. But I'm really, really excited and really lucky that we can do something like that. It's a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun. This is also an awards night, and so in between each piece, we'll also be handing out some awards. And a lot of those awards will just be stand up and acknowledge. A few of them will be come forward and come get your award. If you win, or if you're presented with any award that's not, come up here right now and get it. All of those awards will be in the back. So students, if you're like, you know, a section or whatever like that, all of your acknowledgments will be in the back. That will save a little bit of time. So by back, I mean in the hallway after the concert. So please go pick them up. The first award in our awards ceremony that I'd like to give out is the most improved orchestra member, and this is one where I would like this person to come forward. And it has nothing to do with what they just did, but has a lot to do with what they've done all through the year on their other instrument, which is the string bass. So Will Fulton, would you please come down here for your award, please? And apparently a fantastic electric guitar player as well. Did not know that until recently. The next award is actually an award we used to do, or we still do for band. It used to be kind of a band-specific award night. When I was doing the awards this year, I'm like, why don't we have this one for orchestra? And this is the Team Spirit Award. This is somebody who, for us, always helps move the class along, keeps things light, keeps things energized and positive always. We have a lot of members that would fit this category as well as we would for the Improved Award. But the person that stood out to me most was Will Pittick. So I wanted to acknowledge him with that. Thank you. We're going to get back to some music now, and this is also a very special presentation. The next thing we're going to do is Back to the Future. You know, it's 2015 right now, and if you're a fan like any of us, you know that that's a monumental time for the movie series. In October, we're all going to have hoverboards and stuff, so it's exciting. So I thought I'd select this because of the timing of it all, and I was surprised to know that a lot of our students actually had not seen Back to the Future, any of them. So we did some research in class, and we've become more familiar with the music. And I also got a former student, Jay Sate, to put together a video collage that mixes perfectly with the music. And he's also here tonight working for KCAT, so I want to acknowledge him. He's in the back over there with that red dot. So that's Jay. Thank you for this, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, we hope you enjoy Back to the Future. And it's all three of them, but it doesn't always follow the order of the movies, but it is time travel, so it doesn't matter. So hope you enjoy it. All right, thank you, and welcome for all those who are stuck in traffic. I'm sorry. We have some more awards to hand out. We're also going to have our wind players come on stage now and join us, if they can hear me. They can come on in through the back. The next award I'd like to give out would be our most outstanding section in the ensemble. Of course, that's a hard one. It's not that we play favorites, but some sections are stronger and help carry the ensemble through tough times. And the section that, for me, has always done that throughout the year, Mrs. Riley, was the cello section. So we wanted to acknowledge the cellos. Cellos, please stand up. Thank you. There's some disagreement among the other sections whether that's true or not. But and for you guys, remember that you can pick up, there's like little certificates for you, and you may pick those up. Please do pick them up in the back today. The next award, this is a perpetual plaque award. This is one that lives on, where you can live on it for eternity in the music room. And this is the National School Orchestra Awards, given out to typically a senior who's graduating that made a major contribution to the orchestra, maybe going on in music, things of that nature. And this year, I'd like to acknowledge Shadia Mustafa for the National Orchestra Award. All right, and then as we get set up for our final piece, I have a few thank yous I'd like to give out since this is our last piece for orchestra. First off, after our final piece, we'll have an intermission, and then we are going to start choir at 6:45, but it'll probably be more like 6:55, maybe 7. First off, I want to thank our clinicians who work with us every single week, give up a lot of their time. Some of them are paid, but very little, just pennies. That's Nori Tagawa for the violins. Even though they're not here, let's give them a round of applause and thank them. Kathy Blair for the violas. Peter Gilfin for the cellos. And Melissa Holland for the basses. I also want to take a moment to thank the administration, Marcus Autry, all of the principals, the guidance department, all the directors of the school here. They have been extremely supportive of the music program and the arts. They only want to see this program thrive and have allowed me and us the opportunity to do that through their support. So I want to thank them and the school board, Bob Nestel, who will be here tonight. He may be here now, I'm not sure, but he said he's going to be here later tonight or sometime tonight. He has been a major supporter of music. And I want to acknowledge them. So all of the school officials, let's give them a round of applause for all their support. I want to acknowledge the booster board, Barbara Lawler, the president, Kathy Storton, Debbie Sachs, and Bill Gallmeister for all of their support of what we've done here throughout the year, and in particular, personally, all of their support of my hard work. So let's give it up for the booster board. I want to acknowledge Mrs. Riley. She's been an absolutely fantastic colleague of mine, an amazing person to work with, has been just outstanding and has made my life so much more complete when I'm here working. Chris Olds, who's here in the audience as well, my colleague and former student teacher, and Ellen Sate, who's now like my other half at work, and she's probably in the back, but she just started this year as our administrative assistant, and she is an absolute lifesaver every single day. So I'd like to join me in welcoming and thanking them for all their support. Two more thank yous, sorry. Is Paul Boswick in the audience? There's Paul. I wanted to thank Paul Boswick individually because Paul, if you don't know, is a former music director here, and he still subs for us. And he has been a colleague of mine since I have come to Los Gatos. And he's got me out of a lot of jams. When I had to be gone for jury duty one year, he was here for weeks. And in fact, he conducted a lot of this concert that year. When my son was born, he, on a moment's notice, came in and conducted for 2 weeks. I think he took the jazz band to a festival. And then when I've had the passings in the family, he's always been the person I could turn to when Chris Olds wasn't available, that could come in and basically make things even better than when I left. So Paul, I want to thank you so much for all your support and really appreciate it. And finally, I want to thank you, the parents of all the students here, and of course, you guys, the students. It's been an absolute pleasure to work here at Los Gatos High School. I am going to miss this place a lot. I'm very happy here, but I'm also excited to try out something new and to take a new step in life. But it was a really hard decision to leave, and it's still hard today. And I'm really grateful for everything, all the opportunities I've had, all that the students have given me in terms of their support of me and believing in me, sticking with it. For those of you who have been here for a few years and believing in what we're doing here, it's been a real pleasure to see the program grow, and it's been my honor to have some part in it. So thank you so much. All right, back to the music. So we're going to take a quick pitch because we're welcoming winds in. We haven't done full symphonic orchestra. We attempted it a few years ago, and it was, it's a whole lot better now. And the literature that we're playing, Stravinsky, is nothing to be joking about. It's very serious literature. But this is a really fun piece of music. And so I feel like the wind players are mature enough to handle this, and certainly the string players have come to a whole new level this year. And so I'm really excited to present this movement of the Stravinsky's Firebird Suite. And so I want to also thank the wind players in particular because they took time out of all their tutorials. I guess so did the string players too. But to come in and practice this stuff outside of class, it's been great. So all of this has been put together not during class, which one of the reasons is so difficult to do. So this is our final piece, then we're going to strike the stage and get ready for choir. So thank you so much for those of you who won't be staying for the other concerts. I really appreciate everything you've done for the music program, and have a great summer. Thank you so much. That was awesome. I don't know why I lost my voice, but it's crazy. That was great. All right, thank you so much. Please excuse our it's not really intermission. We're going to end the concert. We're going to start a new one in about 10 minutes. Thank you so much.
Hi, good evening. Thank you for coming to our end of the year concert. I'm very sorry we started late. There was traffic, I think, along Los Gatos Boulevard. I was stuck in traffic for an hour and a half. I live in San Jose. I left 4 o'clock, came here 5:35, more than an hour and a half. Anyway, before we start, I'd like to call on the Music Booster President, Barb Lawler, to talk about Music Booster programs and end of the year announcement.
All right, I will make my remarks brief. So I'm actually not here to talk about the Music Boosters. I'm here to thank you. And I'm also here to thank Chris Mara, who is leaving us. During Chris's time here, he's been incredibly important to growing both the size and the quality of our program. If you just look at our wonderful students here behind us and also here in the audience, both Chris and our students deserve hand clap, applause. Part of Chris's commitment to music education at Los Gatos High School includes also bringing Marcel Riley along, so we really thank him for that as well. I'm glad that you're staying. I want to thank Chris just personally for being a great partner through all of the music programs. Through the work that we've done as part of the Booster Leadership together, we've not only grown the programs, we've grown the fundraising, which means we have more money for clinicians and instruments and other resources that help all of our programs grow. I want to thank Marcus Autry and the administration of Los Gatos Saratoga Union High School District. I want to thank KCAT, who is broadcasting and streaming live tonight. Thank you guys. A special thank you to Music Booster Leadership, Bill Gallmeister, Debbie Sachs, Kathy Storton, and also our incoming co-president, Eleanor Gallmeister, as this is my last official duties as Music Booster President, and I want to thank you for the honor and privilege of being able to help support music program, music education, Los Gatos High School. So with that, I will turn it back to the choir.
Thank you, Barb. I was asked to announce that we don't have enough programs, and so after the concert, if you can leave the programs just at the back. Thank you very much. We're going to start with Somebody to Love. This is a version of Glee, but this is our version, Los Gatos High School version. Thank you. Before we move on with our next selection, I would like to give awards to two outstanding students in class. The class voted for these two, and they tied. So there's two outstanding students in class, Natalia and Maury. Our last selection is Waka Waka. This is for Africa by Shakira. I'd like to thank Yi Wang, our new accompanist on the piano right now. Thank you. Thank you. All right. We're gonna just have a quick transition. Chamber choir, you're on. Concert choir, you're getting into the seats of the chamber. Thank you. So this is chamber choir, and we're going to attempt a contemporary a cappella for both of our songs. This has been a great year for choir. When we went to CMEA the first time for Los Gatos High School for so many years, we got great ratings. Concert choir got 1 superior and 2 excellence, and the chamber choir got all superior ratings from the judges. So congratulations, this has been good. We are going to start with, I'm not sure if I'm sure you're familiar. Build Me Up, Buttercup. For years, I've been trying to have these guys move. They will never move. And so I thought I'm going to do something. And so they did very well. Thank you so much. If we can regroup while I talk, don't talk, but I will talk. Just before I give out awards, I would like to thank the music boosters, Barb, Bill, Debbie, and Kathy Storton, for your support always with the music program, the administration of Los Gatos High School, and the faculty and staff, of course the parents and the community, and Tim Nielsen, thank you, our theater manager at the back. There you go. So thank you very, very much for your support.
Also, very special thank you to Mary Kraut, who has been our lead parent this year and has helped me in so many ways. Thank you.
Thank you. We have fun whenever we're with you, Miss Riley. That's why. We wanted to thank you so much for being our choir director and spending so much time and working so hard with all of us. I know as someone that joined sophomore year, I've found a huge change in myself, and I really appreciate what you've done. Ashley's been with you longer.
Yeah, I've had Miss Riley since I was in 6th grade, and now I'm about to graduate. And I'm definitely going to miss her a lot next year, and she's taught me a lot of things besides music, and I've really enjoyed being in choir all this time. So thank you so much. Eve, also, we have flowers for you. We also have flowers for E to thank you for being our new accompanist. Thank you so much.
Love you. Okay. I would like to acknowledge all those who stayed on. They're graduating students. All graduating students, raise your hand. Thank you. It's been a pleasure working with you. It is amazing how these kids have grown, and they grew up practically with me. Some of them I had since 5th grade, maybe 4th, some of them. I used to teach at elementary school and Fisher Middle School, and so of all the teachers, I think, in this district who can write a recommendation letter better, it is me, because I've known them since they were young. And then they're growing older, like me. Okay, so I got you there. Our last song is Here Comes the Sun, but before that, I don't want to forget my awards. For the 3rd period, there are 2 outstanding students for 3rd. That's Alex Coady and Casey Hobson. And for 5th period, it's Jaina Ponky and Colette Marson. I have one more special award, and this is for somebody who brought pride to choir even last year and this year. Nitin has participated, he was actually, he qualified for the state and the national, NAFME, National Honors Choir, and he participated in Tennessee, I believe. And then he participated again, he made it again to state and performed in Pasadena in March. And then I think I recommended you again for national. And he's putting up applications for Carnegie Hall Honors Choir. So Nitin, this is for you. All right, so this is a long night for the music department. We're gonna sing our last song, Here Comes the Sun.
Ba
Thank you so much. That was not the Imperial March, as I figured you might recognize. We kind of decided after I printed the program that the beginning little piano thing was kind of the way this piece starts is a great way to start this side of the concert. So we sort of switched it up. I chose that piece because Jurassic Park, the new one, is coming out. I don't know what they call it, World or whatever. Jurassic World is coming out. And that little piano part in the beginning doesn't actually exist in this music. That's in like the trailer at the end of one of the trailers. Apparently Max couldn't find that online, but it is in one of the trailers. And I thought we'd add that in and then interrupt it with the beginning of how this piece begins. So anyways, all right, so welcome to the last segment of this final end of year concert for the bands. This is also an awards ceremony, so we sort of interject awards and we try to do it as quickly as possible. Some of the awards will be come up and get them awards. Some of the awards will just be stand up and be acknowledged. And and then for everyone who's been a part of marching band, each year there are different awards you'll get or acknowledgments of your years of service. So everybody that's in marching band has something to pick up out in the hallway. So if it's not a come up and get it award, or if you're just here because you're in marching band, you'll get something on your way out anyway. So please see Mrs. Sauté in the back, okay? So the first award I'd like to give out is the Most Improved Band Member Award. Obviously, this would entail a lot of improvement coming from where they began the year to the end of the year. And the person I selected for this award didn't just improve as a musician on their original instrument. They also decided to switch instruments and has done an amazing job with their new instrument and tried different ensembles and has really gotten into music. I think this person wasn't sure if music was their thing, but music is absolutely Michele Brillante's thing. So come on out, Michele. Switching the bassoon, fantastic. All right, the most outstanding section award we give out for marching band and for concert band. So this one is regarding marching band. I know it's a little late to be thinking about marching band, so next year we'll probably put these awards in the end of the marching season. But this was a hard one, of course, that everyone worked so hard, but there were a few sections that I thought brought a level of intensity and drive to this year's marching season, and I'm going to have them stand to be recognized. It was the tubas, stand-up tubas, and I couldn't just select them because there was another section, the trumpets. Yes, you. Thank you. You may now sit. And now we're going to take a moment to give out some Winter Guard awards. So please welcome up to the stage, and you can come up this way, it's safer, I think. Sharon Gordon, come on up.
Hi, my name is Sharon. I'm the color guard director, and I have awards for the fall marching band portion and the winter guard portion. The most improved guard members, they had to learn how to read charts, sheets, and go from here to there, and they were struggling. By the end of the season, of the fall season, they knew exactly what to do, and it goes to Joy Wang and Adriana Alpert. The outstanding guard member for fall goes to Emma Weber. I'm gonna keep going because I'm on a time limit. For winter guard, the most improved flag goes to Amanda Land. Who's also in the choir. Thank you. The most improved rifle goes to Jordan Loesch. And our outstanding rifle this year goes to Sophia McDaniel. And our outstanding flag goes to Emily Lotta. Guard sometimes is kind of hard. How do you get the flagpole up? How do you toss it and don't hit yourself in the head? And this girl worked, and worked all season long. And the most improved guard member of the whole season goes to Amanda Land. And the last award I have is for the most outstanding guard member of the season, of the whole year. She works really hard. And we were playing around one day and she threw a revolution of a 5 and she turned around, then she caught it. And I went, where'd that come from? So it goes to Sophia McDaniel.
All right, thank you. We'll continue now with music. This is the Imperial March. Really fun Carl King march, and this ensemble just sounded great. Honestly, right on the reed. And everyone okay back there? Okay. And I have to say that, you know, I assigned smart musics as part of our assessment, and most of the time, after about 20 or 30 or 40, I'm ready to pull my hair out. And for whatever reason, this particular assignment, I was like grooving the whole time. It's a real fun march, and the kids are playing it well. So I hope you enjoy the Imperial March. Not from Star Wars, it's just a march with that name. Sorry to let you down. Okay, thank you so much. Now for a few more awards. The next one that we give out is for our most outstanding freshman. Usually this has to do with not just musical ability, but also someone who's extremely dedicated to the program, willing to do whatever it takes in times of need. This particular student filled in for the wind ensemble when we needed a clarinetist really bad on very short notice. And also has been involved in multiple things and is just an outstanding musician and has always kind of shown that level of dedication. So I'd like to acknowledge Elizabeth Gallmeister as our outstanding freshman. Excellent. Next thing I'd like to do is acknowledge the most outstanding section for this ensemble. Again, very difficult thing to assess when everyone gives so much, but there's a section this year that grew by leaps and bounds and really had to work through a lot of people on new instruments, a lot of new people in general, but they were just fantastic overall, and I've never had the problem of too many of these instruments until this year. It's been a great problem to have. I'd like to acknowledge our low brass section. All of our low brass members. So stand up, please. Stand up. Yes. You too, tubas. Yes, you too. All right, thank you. You may now sit down. You heard them because they were awesome on the last piece. I mean, they were fantastic. Okay, that is all the awards for this segment. We're going to play our final piece, then a real quick stage change for wind ensemble. And we decided to finish with this piece because it's synchronized to movie. If you were lucky enough to be at the orchestra concert at 6, we did Back to the Future, which is, of course, appropriate for 2015. This one is just every movie that now I have to watch because my son is 2. And so I figured I might as well get a deeper understanding. So this is Pixar movie Magic. And I'd like to take a moment to thank Joe Eichel for putting together this movie. Joe's one of our percussionists in the back. Wave, Joe. All right, so this is a daunting task. I didn't really share with the first concert, but this is really difficult to do. We have to play things exactly in the right tempo because the movie won't change, right? The movie is always constant. So we have to play things exactly correctly to line up with the right scenes. So wish us luck. Thank you. I'm so proud of these guys. I keep telling them this, they probably think I'm lying, but I'm so proud of how much they've improved even from March until now. Sometimes after the festival season, especially now in May, it's hard to keep focused, and these guys have been amazing. So thank you for all your hard work, guys. It's been a real pleasure. All right, let's give a round of applause. Okay, we're gonna have a real brief set change just to get the wind ensemble on. Wind ensemble is gonna play a few notes in the back, so it'll be about 5 minutes, okay? And we'll be right back with you. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you everyone for coming tonight. Welcome all of you parents who are here to enjoy our final concerts of the year, which are really a celebration of everything that our kids do to play great music for themselves. We know how important music education is to lifelong skills. One of the first things that we need to do tonight is to thank Chris Mara for his commitment and his energy, which has really led to not just a dramatic growth in the size of all of our music programs, not just concert and marching band, but also improvement in the quality. During your tenure, we've grown the numbers, the quality. We have a new mission. We've evolved our fundraising strategy, which has allowed us to significantly increase donations, which has contributed to more clinicians, more equipment, more resources for this wonderful group of kids. So before I go farther, we do have some gifts for Chris to send him on his way from Music Booster family, all of you who donated, and a few things from Booster leadership. Before we go any further, though, I actually want to thank KCAT, who is broadcasting live. We really appreciate that. Thank you. So, Chris, we wanted to make sure you didn't forget us. And so we got you a few things here. And the first is because you may need some new fashion accessories being back east. So we have this lovely orange Wildcat themed bow tie. Although you may be going to the University of Michigan, it's always Wildcat time to watch. Many, many parents and families donated to give you a little spending money in your new venue. Don't spend it on food, but don't spend it on Michigan gear either. We got you a nice little soft pack, which again shouldn't be just for Everett stuff either, okay? So.
Thank you so much.
I think most folks know this is my last official duty as Music Booster president, as I'm graduating out, so I do have a few extra thank yous. Most importantly, I want to thank the Music Booster leadership team. You've really been great partners. Bill Gallmeister, who taught me the ins and outs of the Music Boosters, its idiosyncrasies and who's who, and really just being a wonderful partner and co-president last year and support this year. Debbie Sachs, you created order and clarity in our finances across all of our music programs, so we actually know how much things cost, and therefore what our shared costs should be and what our fundraising goals should be. Debbie, you've also been great about keeping me honest and focused and calling me, hey, you need to think about this. So I thank you for that. Kathy Storton, our secretary, who made sure that we kept on track, stayed focused on the big picture, and she's been one of our primary advocates for the plans and development of the new music building, which is coming along. Eleanor Gallmeister, who's not here, she's coming in as co-president. Eleanor is a wonderful community advocate for music education, and she always works to make sure that we are keeping our focus on the kids. Chris, you taught me a lot about running a music program, because I really didn't know much before, and that was everything from how do you match music to a field show, to how do you build a robust music curriculum that allows for growth across many different aspects of music. Ellen Sate, who came in this year as Chris's assistant, she's really added a tremendous amount of operational excellence and support for us, so thank you, Ellen. Of course, I need to thank Marcus Autry, all of the staff, the clinicians, Chris's staff, and the high school district administration. I'd like to thank my husband, Ben, for putting up with the many, many booster meetings, projects, and activities. Couldn't have done it without you. But most of all, this is about the kids. And I'm proud that both of my kids, Sean, class of 13, and Gina, class of 15, there she is. Thank you for being here tonight, Gina. For you being in this program, and also because it is about the kids, for the friends that you brought home that really enriched our family. Kids like Sam, Ari, Janelle, Evan, Andy, Seiji, Emily, Lena, Ryan, and Morgan. So I thank all of you kids. So just one last thing. Over the last year, a few friends have said, one in particular, what are you going to do when you're done with Music Boosters? And I wasn't sure if I was going to be done. And that person said, you know, the music program's been really important for my child, and you should find a way to keep giving back. And so with that in mind, and the support of my family, I'm actually proud to announce tonight that I'm starting a small foundation that will support the financial needs for students who might otherwise not be able to afford shared costs to participate in any of our music programs. And we'll begin that effort contributions beginning with the fall 2015 school year. So with that, I thank you. It's been an honor being part of the program.
Almost. So this is Barb's last official duty, and when Barb took over, it was basically to offload me because I was exhausted. And it's really grown into much more than that. Under her leadership, the Boosters have really become a much more professional organization. We got our first statement of principles. Mission. Yeah, I didn't even know what it was. But see, this is what a professional does. She really amped up our community involvement, our fundraising, and have really turned us into a more professional organization. So we're very thankful for that. And we'd like to present Barb with this brick, this Lucite brick, in recognition of her service as president and before that, co-president. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. I'm really appreciative of all of your support, and I'll talk more about that a little bit later, so now we'll go on with the music. The first piece I wanted to give a little bit of a brief explanation about Step Out Wildcats. This piece was something that came in the mail to me, I think it was earlier this year, by a guy I had never heard of. And it had a cover letter on it, and it said, you know, hi, my name's Stafford Miller, and I was a band director here in 1959, I believe, till 64. I think I wrote the dates in the program, so excuse me if I'm incorrect. And I wrote this piece. I believe he wrote it after he had left and gone on to pursue other degrees. And anyways, he said, I wanted to give this to you, and if you want it, great. If you don't, that's fine. I won't be offended. But here it is. And so I kind of cast it aside. It was marching season. I had too much going on. I couldn't think of it. And then as it came around for this concert set, I got to thinking, and I said, it's about time for a march. It's something that we do in our curriculum consistently every year. So we pulled it out, and I believe, actually, I had a substitute that day to pull it out and sight read, and that substitute was also a former band director, and that's Paul Bostwick, who's here in the audience today. And he sight read it and reported back and said, it's a pretty good piece, and it's a pretty good piece. So I decided I'd contact the band director, Stafford Miller. I gave him a call about a week ago, and he was really delighted to hear from me and to hear what was going on in the music program, and excited that we actually are going to play this piece. He said, he lives in Washington. He said, I'm gonna fly down for the concert. I'm like, oh my goodness. So up until a few hours ago, he was going to fly down for the concert. But his flight was delayed, and because he was only going to get here just before, he wasn't going to make it. So he called me about an hour and a half ago and said, I'm sorry I can't make it, but I believe he's watching the live stream now, or will be watching the on-demand. So Stafford, thank you so much for this, and this is for you. All right, to continue with some awards. I'm on the wrong page. Okay, we'd like to give out our Team Spirit Award, and this is something that I've been thinking about all season. Who's been somebody that's been motivating to the ensemble, someone who's always been energetic? These two people have always been consistent about the way they give spirit from freshman year, and in one person's case before freshman year, I remembered him when he was an 8th grader. And they always give something really significant to the ensemble and really give to the culture of the ensemble. So I'd like to recognize Travis Welch and Robbie Storton. Team Spirit, come on, buddy. All right, the next is something we call the Sticks Award, but it means the Outstanding Percussionist Award. And I wanted to give this to somebody who has been dedicated to the program in multifaceted ways, involvement in multiple programs, of course, an outstanding musician as well. This has been somebody I have depended on so many times, especially even on last-minute things with other ensembles. Fantastic musician, and I really hope she continues. Maren Rosenquist, please come on down. Next, I'd like to acknowledge the Hall of Fame. This is something we keep in the band room or band hall to acknowledge the people who have made it into honor bands or honor orchestras. This year we had 5 members of the ensemble. Some of them are not in this group, but are here in the audience, hopefully. So please stand when I call your name. Max Swisher. Oh, Max Swisher, there we go. Margaret Field. Sarah Storton. Elizabeth Gallmeister. Sorry, just 4 of them. Thank you very much. These are the folks who made it into the Santa Clara County Honor Band this spring. You may sit down now. Now stand up again, Max Swisher, because he also made it into the All-State Band this year, symphonic band. So congratulations, Max. Sit down, Max. Thank you. Stand up again, Max. I just wanted to have you stand. Okay. Next, I would like to acknowledge the Most Outstanding Section Award. This is, of course, someone who really excelled in this particular ensemble, a group who I've depended on and have worked really hard this year. And I'm giving it to the Double Reeds this year. Double Reeds, stand up, please. They waved. Remember, ensemble members, as you celebrate, the things you didn't get on stage will all be out for you in the hallway, so please go get them after our music. One more award, and then we'll continue on with music. This is the Golden Shoe Award, also known in real life as the National School Marching Award. This is also part of a plaque, and they receive something here on stage. This is for an outstanding marcher. We have so many of them. Mostly we're talking about technique and how they present themselves on the field. This person got robbed in a march-off a few years ago, and they need to be acknowledged. James O'Toole. All right, thank you so much. We're going to continue with some music. Our next selection has 2 movements to it. Grand Serenade for an awful lot of winds and percussion. PDQ Bach was a mentor of regular Bach. This goes back, way back. I believe the date, what's the date range from this person lived? Yes, 1807 to 1742. And so this is something, this is more like snooty music. This is, high-end music, stuff that you would listen to with your pinky out. So we hope you enjoy this fine composition. My kids are telling me it requires a little more formal attire, so hang on one second. I mean, my neck is just so big. I'm working out. you were a fan of Minor Alterations, I'm sure you enjoyed that. Okay, just a few more awards, a few more thank yous, and then we'll play our final piece. The next award I'd like to give out is for our Most Outstanding Musician Award, similar to what I mentioned about the Styx Award. This is somebody who I feel like is dedicated to the program, not only in their musical part, but also in their level of commitment and flexibility, participating in as many things as humanly possible while still trying to maintain normal academic status. This person has been someone I always have felt has been honest with me, even when I don't want to hear it. And has always been somebody I can call upon for a favor in musically speaking, or something who will always fill in when needed. Has also changed instruments several times for the band program, and has just really embodied a lot of the values I think are important for the program. So I'd like to acknowledge our most outstanding musician, Lila Sate. Take back everything I said. Our next award is for the most dedicated member of the band. There are so many people who are dedicated, who come early, stay late, and do all the things in between. This person is dedicated to a fault sometimes, and maybe sometimes needs to find more balance, but this is someone I've always depended on for things, music and logistics, and is someone who's pursuing a career in this actually as well, and I'm really glad that they've had the opportunity to participate in so many different aspects, also all the behind the scene things. So Zena Bull, come on up, most dedicated member. We had a jazz band concert, fantastic jazz band concert last Friday, and we acknowledged a few folks, and I wanted to acknowledge them here in front of a bigger audience. First was the most improved jazz musician, and that went to Marco Bomberito. Marco? Not even here, right? Okay, well, anyways, he is a fantastic jazz pianist. We had no idea. He came in mid-semester and just fell right onto the piano. It was amazing, in a good way. I want to acknowledge Louis Fowler, who received the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award. And finally, our last award that I'm going to be giving out tonight is our John Philip Sousa Award. This is sort of like someone you can always depend on to run the band, essentially. Someone who's always been your right-hand person. And again, like so many of the people there's so many people qualified for this type of award. But I feel like this person really owned the ensemble, really owned the culture and the musical elements of it, and especially this past year led us to a whole other level culturally and musically. So Tony Muller, please come down. Sorry, I forgot one award. This is also a very important award. This is the George Penniman Award, and this is for someone who's not only dedicated, but really delivers a level of heart and attachment to the program. Someone who has an extremely high level of character, and this person I'd like to give this to is someone who's always around, stacking chairs, setting things up, asking me what they can do, and even when they're not involved in a particular event, they just happen to want to give to the program. And he also, as an example of that, he's the one who created one of the videos you saw this evening. So Joseph Eichel, where are you? You're somewhere around here. Joseph. He promised me he'd stay. All right, I take everything back. No, I'm joking. Okay, a few thank yous I'd like to say. I know these get long, so I'm sorry about that. I'd like to thank a few clinicians who have been around with us during this spring season. Cameron Spencer and Steve Martinez for all their help with the ensembles. I'd like to thank Marcus Autry, the entire admin team, the guidance counselors, all of the directors, activities, and athletic, and the entire school board, and Bob Mistel for all of your support. You have provided me and us with the opportunity to grow this program. Like I mentioned in my initial letter, this program is not even recognizable from where it was 5 years ago. I'm not ashamed to say that. And I'm so proud of the work we've accomplished here, and it was because they have allowed that foundation. They've given me the resources and us the resources to be able to do that. Also, folks who have given us the resources are our booster board and our boosters in general, all of you. But specifically, I'd like to thank Barbara Lawler, Kathy Storton, Debbie Sachs, and Bill Gallmeister. Let's give them a round of applause.
This is in the, but wait, there's more. Chris has his very own letters now. And, well, if anyone hasn't had a chance to sign the pictures, Mr. Gallmeister has them over here. We have some beautiful signed band photographs for him. And then Chris also gets the lovely Lucite. Thank you for your 5 fabulous years of service. So, yes, we snuck this in.
Sorry, just a few more thank yous. First off, Bill. Bill has been with me since the interview. He was on the interview panel when I got hired. And Bill, I just want to thank you for all of your guidance and leadership and support through leading me through this program and helping us succeed. And I just want to give you a hug. So. All right, a few last-minute people. Maricel Riley, my colleague, has been absolutely outstanding to work with. She's an outstanding musician, teacher, and educator, and I've been so honored to work with you, so thank you. Chris Olds, who's here in the audience supporting as well. Oh, Maricel's there too, thank you. Chris Olds, thank you for all your collegiality. I want to thank Ellen Sate. Is she in the room? Is she in the room or is she out in the room? Oh, Ellen, thank you so much for everything. You're such an amazing person to work with. I'm going to miss you so much. I want to thank Paul Bostwick, who, is he still around? Did he stick around? All right, Paul, thank you so much for everything. I mentioned this in the orchestra concert, so sorry if you were a part of that, but if you weren't, you have to know. Paul has been a mentor to me since I got here. Paul, of course, is a former director here for a really long time, and things happened when Paul was the director here, and he's still a sub now. And when I had to go to jury duty one year, he came in and filled in for weeks while I was on a jury. He came in when my son was born and came in for a few weeks then too. I've had unfortunate tragedies in my family I've had to leave for. He's always been there. Between him and Chris, they've been able to fill in, and I frequently come back and the group is better. And so I just want to thank you so much for all of your support and guidance, and it's been a real pleasure. So thank you so much. 2 more people, groups of people. My wife isn't here tonight because she has a work thing as well. This has been our life. But I do want to thank my wife for all of her support. It's really hard to be married to a band director, especially when you're a band director. And you might think that having similar careers is an easy thing in this setting, but it's really, really hard. We both have so many after-school commitments. And then with Everett, it makes it even more interesting. So I just want to thank her for all of her support in my career choices and supporting me to come here. It's been a dream come true. And finally, you, the parents, the families, and you, the students, I want to thank you for the past 5 years. It has been a life-changing experience for me. This has been my dream, to come to a program like Los Gatos, where it had a ton of potential and just needed to be woken up. And that's what I always wanted to create since I was in high school. And I know I haven't been here as long as I had wanted to be, and as long as many of you would like me to be, but the timing seems right for our family, and I know you all understand that. But I could easily be here for many more years. But it has been an absolutely true pleasure to be here. I'm so proud of the work we've accomplished. And I just want to thank you so much for allowing me to be here and be a part of it. So thank you. Okay, we're going to close this concert. And what I'd like to do, excuse me, is we're going to play a piece, West Side Story, 4 dances from West Side Story. This is a very ambitious piece of music. You do not play this unless an ensemble is ready for it. Excuse me. Also, West Side Story is one of my most favorite musicals. Or music in general. When I was growing up, this is something that inspired me to want to be a musician. And so I thought it was a little fitting because they're ready for it, and it's something that had some meaning to me that we would close with this. It's 4 dances. It goes straight through, so you don't have to worry about when to clap or not to clap. Again, thank you so much for all your support, and I hope you have a fantastic summer. so much. Have a good night.